Hey, good morning or good evening, whatever time of day it is while you're watching this. But we're still in Exodus chapter 17 with our mini message today, and victory has been achieved over the Amalekites. And Moses writes some things down as God instructs him. Listen in verse 14. It says, after the victory, the Lord instructed Moses, write this down on a scroll as a permanent reminder and read it aloud to Joshua. It's interesting that he tells him to read it aloud to Joshua. See, what's beginning to happen from this moment forward is Joshua is being groomed and mentored and taught because he's going to be the next leader. He's going to take Moses' place. So Moses spends a lot of time with Joshua, and Joshua's in very important positions, like he was leading the army, right, in the battle. So it continues, it says, I will erase the memory of Amalek from under heaven. Moses built an altar there and named it Yahweh Nissi, which means the Lord is my banner. He said, they have raised their fist against the Lord's throne, so now the Lord will be at war with Amalek generation after generation. So there's about 5 places where Moses wrote something down at the absolute command of God in this kind of fashion. Now, what's interesting is one of the things that people try to say that we couldn't trust the Bible was that the Jewish people, these Semitic people, would not at this point have had writing. Well, the more they dig around and archaeologists find things, now we know that they did have writing. And they were writing in a very basic form of Hebrew, right? Hebrew is a very old language. It's been around a long, long time. Probably one of the oldest languages that is still in use today. So they did have that capability. So another one for the Bible. But what he talks about here is that he will utterly blot out Amalek, right? They're going to be gone. They had made war against Israel. They had attacked Israel from behind. They had attacked their caravan from behind, where you would have had some of probably the weaker, the older people, maybe children. They had attacked them from behind. And so they turn on them to fight and they win. And they build an altar and they name the place in remembrance Yahweh Nissi, the Lord is my banner. And this idea of a banner is the idea of God is victorious and his flag is flying in victory, right? So they're giving God the credit for the victory. It's not Joshua. It's not the men that fought. They did their part, but at the end of the day, victory came from God. Remember, when Moses was lifting up and praying to the Lord, they were good. The battle was being won. But when that began to cease, they began to lose. So it was that teamwork a little bit that I talked about yesterday of Joshua being faithful and doing his part and trusting God and leading in the battle, but then God giving the ultimate victory, in this. So the Amalekites continue to be a problem, throughout much further in than they probably should have been. One of King Saul's problems was with his reign, found over in 1 Samuel, is that he didn't wipe out the Amalekites when he should have. Now, I will say the Lord has taken care of this over time. I can't find any Amalekites anywhere. Not on the map. They're gone, right? So God has done away with them. And I can sure find some Israelites wandering around everywhere. So at the end of the day, God did do this. But I think the disobedience of the people, unlike Joshua and Moses, caused the Amalekites' existence to be prolonged. So we'll talk more about some of these things later. You guys have a great day. See you tomorrow.